Hi guys, if you ever wonder what goes into the application for the top global BE schools or the coveted one-year MBA programs in India, then worry not. I am here to help you out. I have been there and done that. Also, by the end of this video, I will share with you which of the components are relatively more important than the others in your application. My name is Shikhar, your MBA buddy. I release a new video every week sharing my experiences and learning from the GMAT and the MBA admission process. So if you are new here, consider subscribing the channel. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. There are 7 different components that make up your MBA application. We will run through each of them one by one. First, let's start with the standardized test. This can be the GMAT or the GRE for you. But no matter which test candidates opt for, it can be the reason for sleepless nights for many. And why not? You want to score as high as possible on these tests if you come from an overrepresented background like engineering or from a very competitive region like India or China. But while we prepare for these exams, we often forget that this is just one of the components in your MBA application. You still have other components. And if you can show your true potential in the other components of the MBA application, you really don't need to stress about the scores on this one. But yes, it does help to have a good score on your GMAT or GRE. It increases your chances of landing a good scholarship, also increases your chances to convert a more reputed school. So while you are at it, give your 100%. Second is the education background. It comprises of CGPAs, the field of study, and the reputation of your institute. This is the most fixed part of your application. You cannot move a stone in it. The only thing that you can do is to use the other components of your MBA application to overcome any of the shortcomings that you might have in this one. For example, if you come from a liberal arts background and you want to showcase to the school that you have the quantitative abilities to pursue the MBA coursework, then it is a very good idea to score as high as possible on the quantitative section of the GMAT or the GRE. This will indicate to the adcoms that you have an analytical and quantitative mindset that you can use during your MBA coursework. So while you cannot do anything about your past, you still have got multiple avenues to showcase to the adcoms that you are a person who is willing to learn and improve. Third one is the work experience. It comprises of the reputation of your organization, the designation that you hold, the salary that you command, and the growth that you have had in your career. Work hard and smart in this department because this will not only help you in your MBA applications, but also will help you to pursue your post-MBA career goals. Fourth is your resume. This is the document where you showcase your skills, your day-to-day activity at your work, and the impact that you have had on your organization. This is a single-page document that says a lot about you. In fact, many of the adcoms like to see this document first when they assess an application. Also, the interviewers like to use this document to ask questions. So it is a very good idea to spend some time to build a rock-solid resume. Now let's talk about the essays. If you are like me who never had to write essays, SOPs, or the cover letter, then this might seem to be a tough nut to crack. And let's be honest, it is for the fear of the essays that people hire consultants. But trust me on this, this is very much doable on your own. You just need time by your side. You cannot write a stellar essay in 15 days from your application deadline. You need time to introspect and weave a story that essentially conveys these 3 things. First, that you are an ideal candidate to that particular school. Second, that the school is well placed to further you in your career. They want you to be a happy and a satisfied alum. Third, you will add to the classroom experience of the other students. Also, I would like to mention about the short essays or the questions that usually have the word limit of around 50 to 150 words. These questions are centered around your post-MBA goal. So precision and clarity are the 2 tools that you can use to answer these questions. So while essays might seem to be a difficult component of your application, with the right story that connects, you can score a lot of points on this one. Sixth one are the letter of recommendations. These, I think, are the nods or the endorsements from your supervisors or managers. The only thing that you need to take care in this one is that there are no extreme negative comments. You claiming one thing and your manager claiming the exact opposite will make your application weaker. So if you don't have a very good relation with your supervisor, you want to start building it. If you cannot build one, then try to find someone in the higher position with whom you have worked and who can recommend you. Lastly, we come to the interviews. If you have an interview invite, then half of the battle is already won. And as far as the interviews are concerned, they are never grilling in nature for the top global B schools. They are only conversational. They are trying to know a little bit more about you. So I think it is the test of the confidence. The only thing that you need is a decent communication skill and to be able to show your commitment towards that school. So in a nutshell, when the interview opportunity comes along your way, try to be prepared so that you make the most out of it. So in conclusion, you might tend to look at each of the component as a separate entity. But for the adcoms, these components come together to form a story around you. A well-crafted application will give the adcoms 2-3 solid talking points that they can use to defend your candidature when comparing with other candidates. These talking points can really be anything. It can be around your achievements, your personality traits, your post-MBA goals, or your commitment to the school. No matter what these talking points are, these are really the core or the essence of your application. So try to look at each of the components from a holistic perspective rather than looking at each of them in a silo. And for the final bit, if I were to rank the different components of the MBA application in terms of their importance, I would rank GMAT, resume, essays, and the interviews a notch higher than the other components of your MBA application. So this is pretty much what I had to share with you in terms of the different components of MBA application. If you have any questions, then write it in the comment box below. Also, if you found any value in this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe the channel. So take care and see you in my next